Milwaukee boys. I don't know if anybody else has been waiting like me. Pallets from Milwaukee. If you're anything like me, you might have a problem with Milwaukee tools and a sea of red. All these packouts right here, I've been trying to do this for years. I kind of unload, offload, kind of put all my things in here and tried to make my own set. I even went out and I bought fancy foam. There's my 1/2 inch stuff. But I found that I did not want to fully deck out all the foam stuff because I just didn't even know where to start. Sometimes I put stuff in here, sometimes I take it out, I put it in my other tools. Maybe you guys have a lot of tools like me, I don't know. Maybe you have other toolboxes with a lot of tools. This is my standard one. This is the Hot Pocket. This is my metric toolbox. It's my wiring toolbox. This is my randomness toolboxes. This is my go-to toolbox right here. And you can see I have it all pretty well decked out. Recently I did go through all this stuff. So I kind of show you what I got going on here. It's another sea of red. There is some snap-on stuff in here. Or wait, no, this is Mac. Some Mac stuff, whatever. You guys may have similar items. A bunch of Milwaukee sockets and things like that. They're new, all their new stuff, which is really nice. These are for wheels, and then, you know, the assortment of impact wrenches. Milwaukee just dropped the new 366 piece tool set, and this thing, I've been waiting for years for this, to be honest. It's very, very cool. All pre-cut foam and everything. So let's start out with the base. We'll bust into that, start building her up. This is the cart. You guys have seen this around for years. I actually don't own one of these carts. I don't know if this is any different than the ones that are currently at Home Depot. Maybe yes or no down below in the video. These casters look nice. They spiral, and they lock. And this is the 4822-8410. So we just take the pins out, and I've never used this because the wheels are not very large, so they could obviously get stuck on items. That's why I never did. Okay. Cool. We could skate on this. Take ourselves out. Oh my god, I almost did it. Can I take out my dog? That's the real question. Can we try to shove it? Oh, it's scary.
Does it lock it, or?
Maybe this is like an e-brake? I don't fully understand it. Quick stop loading lever. Yeah. There's a spring. Well, back to it then. Spring goes right there. I don't fully know what that's all about. Quick stop. I guess it just means.
Like, when would you use that though? I don't even understand.
I think what it's for is because this is pack out, and you put stuff and you slide it on. You're gonna want to do that. That way, when you put it down, it doesn't move and fly away from you.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I guess that's why they did it. I thought that it had integration or something with the wheels, because that'd be kind of cool if it like locked and unlocked. That would be kind of sweet, but none of that. And then you don't have to lock the wheels. So apparently that's the 48-22-8410. Let's go grab another big old box. All right, boxes are loaded, and this is nice because if you cut out foam and that sort of thing, this is literally going to take way too long, in my opinion. Anytime I've tried to do any of this foam cutting, it's just insane. So, and then you got to figure out your organization. You want to put it on the right direction. And this is where that lock comes in handy again. So it's just a normal pack out 4-drawer, right? But if we didn't put our foot there, then it's like, how do you lock it in? So having that is really nice. Now this is the 48-22-9493, the hand tool set, 4-drawer. These lock. You can put a lock on it right there. When you transport it, you're gonna wanna have this up. If you don't, and it does slide in, if you don't, it's gonna pop open. Number 9, let's see what's behind it. Oh, this is exciting. Yes. So, drawer 9. That's kind of messed up. Ozark Trail. No Milwaukee there. Ooh. Now, I looked a little bit at this online, and I do think that they're going to sell the foam cutouts, which would, I think you're going to be able to buy individual trays, but I'll look that up and make sure I know that for sure. Wow. Really awesome. Flatheads. These are just the normal ones. These are the made in China ones, as far as I know. They're not the USA branded ones, but that's okay. We got our little screwdrivers. Oh wow, Torx. Very nice. It's even cut into the foam. T15, T10, T8, T6, T7, T9. Again, T15. Number 1, Phillips. This is really cool. Flathead. Number 2, 3/16 flathead, which, you know what, I'd never know what to call these. I just call them long, semi-skinny flatheads. I don't know what I call that. Pry tool right here. Wow. So I don't have any of these. All these I do not have. These ones I own just in a cheaper kit, but wow, the foam cutouts, these are, guys, these are really nice foam cutouts. Let me show you the difference here. Here's Kaizen foam, right? This is the stuff that you purchase and you can customize your own toolbox, and then you can cut it out. This is not Kaizen foam. This is a very, I don't know what they call this one, but this is not the same material.
It reminds me of like what you use to make the platform in the back with.
Oh yeah, almost like an Ava foam. Yeah, it's almost like an Ava foam. It's really nice. Looks like it'll clean up a little bit better and stuff. Black on the top, red on the inside. So, number 1, let's go into 10. That was box number 9.
I feel like if they gave you like a packet with like pre-made labels to put on the outside,
yeah,
that'd be nice. Or I mean, you can make your own labels, but it'd just be a nice little touch to do.
Right here, it would be nice if, for the money, because this is a $4,000 kit, guys. For the money, I do think, yeah, they should have some sort of labeling or something that you can insert here to where you can change it up. Now, I do slightly understand that they didn't do that because of the fact that it's modular and
right.
You could move it, but you should be able to just move the badge too. You should be able to move a label.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Really nice. Wow, these are sick.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
I do not have those.
Wow, those
are
will
really
come in
nice.
handy.
Oh yeah. Get in there deep. Get some good torque on there. Those are sweet.
What are those in the back?
Linemen's or hammers. Electricians out there. Always come in handy. Some longer dikes. Some nice little needle nose right here. Wire strippers. I love these. These wire strippers. These are the ones I use at work. You can ream conduit. These right here are pry tools. Oh. So that's a nice looking pry tool. Nothing is etched on here talking about what it does. This one's a hook. So this is mostly an automotive set. These are good for getting off hoses. So you put that up into a hose and you reach around and then you can get in there. I'm gonna keep that on there for now because why not?
So you mentioned this is $4,000 about. Is it just this little one or is it the whole thing that you
The
bought?
whole thing. So
okay.
you should be able to buy the individual things and then buy the whole kit. So we got that one right there. And this is going to be an in-depth review of this. I want to show you guys everything that it has. And then this style of hook right here. It's 90 degrees in here. Sorry if I'm sweating. Drawer number 11, if you buy the full kit. Oh, this is nice. Got our vice grips and our channel locks. shouldn't say channel locks, let's just say adjustable wrench. Crescent wrench or adjustable wrench, another brand name. People call these all the time. But it's nice here because it's got 0 to 1.5 inches is what it's going to open to. Or it's going to go all the way up to, it looks like 43 millimeters on that side as well. So that's cool. You do have to close that down a little bit, not all the way. Pump pliers for channel locks. Some smaller ones. Not adjustable like a Knipex does not have the locking button, but these are nice because they do have like a nice rubberized grip. Smaller crescent wrench, you're gonna do tighter places, smaller places. We got the little, oh, no, that's, oh, it's locked down, there we go. That one needed lubed up a little bit. Locking pliers, small ones, we got the more pointy nose ones. What's nice on these two, Milwaukee makes it to where you can put like a screwdriver in the end to get additional torque for when you need to get that tightened up really tight on something before you're closing it up. So 3 different sizes on that. Those always come in handy. Let's see what's in the next drawer here. Drawer number 12. So this is how they show building it. Obviously you can change this up to however it's going to work out for you. I was pretty excited about this one, to be honest. I don't have all of their dead blow hammers and stuff.
Definitely don't have any of these.
Yeah, definitely have zero Milwaukee tape measures.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. Let's get that one with the finger. I don't have this one.
Oh.
Now I do. 16-foot wide blade. That's cool too because it has metric readings on the side. It's actually pretty nice to have a standard and metric tape measure. We don't always find metric tape measures, and that's nice in the automotive world. Sharpie? Dude, that's smart. Lock ring pliers. Very nice. Inverted. How does this work? Oh, wow. Lock rings. See, I've never seen these, actually. That's a new one for me. It switches over.
What is it for?
Internal and external lock rings. These little guys right here.
Oh.
Yeah. Smaller ones, same idea on those. They change over. 28 ounce dead blow. Yeah, that feels nice. A shaker. Ball peen. This is a 24 ounce ball peen hammer. Boom. Whacking stuff. Never seen this setup before either. This seems like a new one. Let me know if this is not, if this is something that Milwaukee offers. I might not have seen it. Kind of goes like that, which is cool. Rotate to get them out. Oh yeah. It rotates like this and then comes out for the Allen. So they're not all like in some sort of locked in set or whatever, and they all rotate out. I'm sure Milwaukee will sell this. Oh, and they have the rounded ball ends for getting into stuff kind of sideways, which is nice. It says the sizing on it. And then this is obviously the SAE size. This one right here is 10. It did skip a 9. I don't like skips. So 10, 8, 6. So no 7. The 5, the 4, the 3, the 2.5, the 2, and the 1.5. I do think there's like a 4.5. There's a 5, maybe even a 5.5. So those would have been nice to throw in here because those are going to be, I think, some randos that you might need just for random stuff. It's one of those, maybe you have it in here with the standard, maybe it works, but sometimes you run into those half sizes. Okay, so, and like I was saying before, do you know how long it would take to figure out how to put all this stuff in here? If you had all this stuff and laid it out and put it in this Kaizen foam, yes, you can lay it out, put it on there, cut it with a knife, but like, I have a bunch of this and I never did it. I should have done it, and I was always making myself kind of a automotive toolkit, but this is kind of next level. It's pretty cool. Let's go grab the second box. I should mention that first box was 64 pieces. This one right here is a 60 piece. You're gonna be able to buy these individually if you'd like, 48-22-9492. Let's see what's in the box. Smash my dog. Oh wow. Again, now that I know it's there, I'm using it. Locking it in. That did move a little bit on me. Because I'm not gonna lie, this thing is getting quite hefty in weight. So you can see, you want to make sure to click these down. But it's another 4-drawer on this one. Again, no labels. I think you can pop this out. I do think there are some companies out there that 3D print some cool stuff. You might be able to like change out the handles and things and get labels on here. But I'm definitely just going to take a P-touch.
This is actually kind of crazy that they don't lock the wheels.
The wheels do lock.
Oh, they do. That's right.
Yeah.
The one's just in the front. That's good.
Just
Because like it goes down
yeah.
a freaking hill and
Yeah, so
it's like one of these big boys at some point just going down the hill at job sites. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so these do lock, but
They get heavy.
yeah, they get heavy. All right, so let's open this one up. Ooh, this one came with a fancy little book. Master Mechanics handed tool set. All right. So I was curious if they were gonna leave us a little bit of room for stuff, and they did in this one so far, which I think is nice. So let's make sure we don't skip. It does have the labeling 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. No skips. These are basically the standard style wrenches that, you know, if you guys have had Milwaukee stuff for a while, you might have these already. I do have these already, and I like them, but I tend to use ratcheting wrenches for the most part.
Next.
Exciting on that one. Okay, that was the metric. Here's the SAE. So that's the thing too, guys. You could take out stuff and maybe you're gonna ditch. Maybe you're gonna ditch some of this SAE stuff. Maybe you sell this to a friend. Maybe that's how you recoup some money. If they're SAE guys and they have stuff, maybe you give it. Anyways, we'll riddle these off. Quarter, 9/32, 5/16, 11/32, 3/8, 7/16, half inch, 9/16, 5/8, 11/16, 3/4, 13/16, 7/8, 15/16, and 1 inch. Number 7. Oops. Oh, don't cut into it like that. You can cut the foam if you don't watch out. So be careful with that when opening. Here we're getting into the ratcheting wrenches. Now, if you guys are thinking about piecing this together because you don't have everything, this is the one that I think. Oh yeah, bud. I just cut myself too. Don't do that. This is the one where I do think this whole setup, which is the, again, 48-22-9492. I think you're going to be able to skimp on this one because I don't feel like these are a necessity right here. What I would rather see, and to be honest, I'll probably change out, is they should have gave us the flex head ratcheting wrenches because yes, these fit into tighter spaces because the head is smaller. That's a 20. Let me grab a 20. Show you. So, I do understand. Put that back. This is nice to have the foam cutouts. I totally understand the idea behind this is that you're not getting as much surface area and that sort of thing. But I'll tell you what, 99% of the time I bust this thing out. So having these ones, which we'll grab a 20, and just the straight, I would rather see the flex head because I use this. So what'll end up happening probably is I'll probably end up swapping those out, and they are a little bit thicker. So that's kind of annoying. I do think that should be different. You could obviously cut this out, but we're talking about not modifying things and paying the money to not modify. That is something I would totally modify, but it does work. I do think that it's gonna get thick, and you guys are gonna be curious about this, so I will install a few. Yeah, it gets pretty tight. It starts getting weird right here. See that? It starts getting weird. So maybe you don't want to do that. It's gonna mess up the foam a little bit. You saw it here first, guys. I do believe they should have added this to the set, but again, I do believe I understand why they didn't, and that's just due to the fact of the size of the head, right? Again, that's a 20 right there. See how much thicker this shank is right here where it pins. Anyways, so you know, maybe you add this to your other tool set, and that's why we have more tools. That's kind of what happens. But here's what happens when you try to damage the foam. Maybe that'll come back to life. You saw it here first. I damaged mine, so on to the next. Oh, before that, starting at 8, same as these setups, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. No skips. Does have a little section to put items. Last thing is just going to be our standard. I need to not cut so deep. It's going to be our standard version. Keep cutting into this with the knife and like shanking the foam. It is really nice to see, but if you already have, geez, don't do that. This is the second time I've done that. Smash your thumb like that. So that's just this move. It's not the move. Use 2 hands apparently. Drop it in like that. Again, we have the ratcheting wrenches. These ratcheting wrenches are very nice. I do like them, and I've used them a lot. But like I said, it's kind of weird looking on the quarter. I swear. Like I said, I end up using these flex heads 99% of the time, and then if I need a smaller wrench, that's when I go down to the smaller wrench. So, box number 2. This one I'm not super impressed with, to be honest. I would have set it up different, Milwaukee, but you know, this is kind of like that get into it automotive tool set, and
it's good for somebody that doesn't have anything.
Yeah, if you don't have anything, this thing is amazing. It's
right.
Just there's obviously different items offered by Milwaukee, and I think this should have been one of the items because this is my go-to.
But can you customize the drawers yourself?
Well, you
this
could
is just
change
what they
them,
sent to you.
But you could change the drawers. But what I was saying is once you stick the wrench in, it kind of gets weird. It messes up the foam.
No, I'm saying,
Like
when you buy this online, can you customize your drawers?
Nope. No, so Rach was saying, can you customize the drawers? No, you're kind of just buying the kit. You're buying this.
Like you're buying the 4-drawer kit.
Yeah. So you're buying these kits. Now, I think eventually Milwaukee will.
Well, that would be nice if you had a way to customize your whole pack out.
I think that they're going to start selling the individual drawers, which would be super nice. And then maybe what they'll start doing, who knows, maybe they'll start doing this with more of their stuff. So Milwaukee likes to innovate, and they don't like to bring out everything all at once. It would not surprise me if they make one of these, and they throw it in one of these foam drawers, and then problem solved, in my opinion. And I would just put these in another drawer and kind of, just swap these for these. That's what I would rather do. But on to the next. Those are my gripes so far. This one's a little heavier.
Yeah, I tried moving that. I was like, Actually, I was shimmying, or I don't even know what you call it. I was like pivoting it, and then I finally just threw it on the dolly and dragged it because the wheels don't work through rocks, I guess.
242 piece, 48-22-9491. So I think we've seen.
Watch your pose.
With all the numbers, it started 91 is the top, 92 is the middle, and 93 is the bottom for the part numbers. I don't know why this one's so large.
I know, that's what I'm wondering.
I don't know what else is in here. Oh, maybe just to not damage. So probably what they got. It's just a multi-drawer, a 4-drawer, tool only. You guys are wondering what the part number is for these 4 drawers, 48-22-8444.
It's not.
So that's the 4 drawer. And then
And that's empty.
that's empty. So just so we can show as well, here's a 3 drawer. Right? So this is what a 3 drawer looks like. And we'll throw some of these items in here, and this is a 2 drawer. So there you go. This is like my pick and pull go-to. I throw a whole bunch of stuff in here. I got randomness in the top. I throw parts, some impacts. I throw that on there, which is my impact socket set, 3/8, and I go to town with this bad boy. We're on the Dolly as well on that one. Yeah. Put this down. Close this one back up. Something you'll want to get if you're moving it around a lot. You want to do. And all these are empty.
I'm just thinking this would make a great kitchen for like an RV. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah. What do you mean? Drawers?
Yeah.
People do it.
They do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good idea. What happened?
Minimum 2 people to lift. Wow.
Well, that was me by myself earlier.
We're
Lifting everything.
I'm assuming it's way more than 50 pounds. I don't know. This box is
And
definitely
I was,
heavy.
well, the other boxes said that too, and I was like, alright, well, I'm going to put this all on my spine as I pick this
Yeah,
up.
just make sure to,
my
make sure to
muscles.
lift with your back, guys.
Yeah, lift with your spine, not your back muscles.
Yeah, if it isn't spine day, is it even really a workout? There's back day and there's spine day. Spine day is different. Okay, so you can see drawer number 1. Now this is gonna be one of the sets that I think is a big deal. 242 piece, 48-22-9490. I think this is gonna be one of those ones that a lot of people are gonna want to order just individually. And drawer number 1, I probably did it that way because it's gonna be a commonly used drawer. So you can see this is SAE. Standard American bald eagles coming out of this. Right there. That was my test. It failed. I was thinking, how good did they stay in there? Pretty good. I don't know, what did you guys think of it? Pretty good? Don't do that. Let me do it. 5/8, 7/16. This is a good way to get familiarized with your set. 1/2 inch right there. Where did that come from? Oh, 1/4. Yeah, see, this is how I'm getting familiarized. 1/4 inch drive. Hopefully I didn't put the wrong thing in there. I think I'm missing one, which is great. Where did this guy go? 1/2 inch on the 1/2 inch drive. See all these? These are 3/8. 3/8 inch drive, 13/16. We got our 1 inch right here, and we are missing one, and that's why these foam cutouts are so nice. Because now we can figure out where the dang thing went. Oh, it's under my dog. Right there. 7/16. Okay.
Take the camera. Take it. Where you by?
See, this is where I should be grabbing it the whole time, right here on the side. Put it in there. But yeah, this is all our 1/4 inch drive. So we got 1/4 inch deep. Label them off. 5/30 seconds, 3/16, 7/30 seconds. Sorry, 1/4, 9/30 seconds, 5/16, 11/30 seconds, 3/8, 7/16, 1/2, and 9/16. Those are all in 1/4 inch drive. You got this little guy right here. We got our 1/4 in 3/8 drive. We have just our regular ones, and these are those nice sockets that don't really roll, guys. They roll a little, but not too much. These are pretty nice because they don't go away. These are not 12-point sockets, so just keep that in mind. Again, 1/4, 5/16, 3/8, 7/16, 1/2 inch, 9/16, 5/8, 11/16, because I can't read, 3/4, 13/16, and 7/8. Those are all right here. Then we're going to go up to 1/2 inch drive, starting at 1/2 inch, 9/16, 5/8, 11/16, 3/4, 13/16, 7/8, 15/16, 1 inch, inch and a 1/16, inch and an 1/8. Oh, we have 11, or sorry, we got 15/16, and we got 1 inch. And they are all laser etched on the side. Nice Milwaukee sockets. So that's great. Drawer number 1 is down. Drawer number 2. Alright. Oh. Drawer 2. Here's our metric. I'm assuming. Very cool. All right. We'll show this off down here. No skips on the quarter. We got the quarter deep, and we have the quarter shallow. This is our 5. We go up to 5.5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right there. Then we're gonna go up to 3/8 inch drive, starting at the 6mm deep. We have a 6mm shallow. All the same, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. You can see full white. I lied. That's 1/2 inch. So 19 and 3/8. Then we go the 1/2 inch, starting at a 10mm, because if you use a 10mm on a 1/2 inch, you're just asking for your bolt to snap. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We got 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So that's really nice. Pop that in. Cool. I don't know what we got in these ones. I kind of forget. Does it get bigger? What does it do? Drawer number 3. I'll be mad at my $10 Ozark Trail Walmart knife.
What was that?
Hi there, this is Emily from Flight Food Talent Solutions. Oh, what do you need? Oh, I can earn money? Shit, yeah. Product tester? Sick. Okay. Now here we jump into something a little bit different, and this is a really nice drawer in my opinion, because it's something more automotive realmy, if you will. We have spark plug sockets, right? Magnetic, you can see there. It is also insulated with like an O-ring down in there, so it's kind of rubberized. That's nice. In 5/8 and in 13/16. So we got 2 of those for spark plugs. And right here we have our impact sockets in 3/8. 5/16, 11/32, 3/8, 7/16, 1/2 inch, 9/16, 5/8, 11/16, 3/4, 13/16, 7/8, 15/16, and 1 inch all the way up. Then you can see, wow, these things get little. We got our 1/4 inch drive right here, Allen's, which are really cool. Goes down to 1/16, 5/64, is that what you say? 3/32, 7/64, 1/8, 9/64, 5/32, 3/16, 7/32, and 1/4. And if you guys see anything that they're missing in the kit, go ahead and comment that down below, because honestly I'm just riddling off stuff right now and I could definitely miss it. If we go up to Allen's in 3/8 inch drive, we start out at 8, 9/64, 5/32, 3/16, 7/32, 1/4, 5/16, and 3/8. So they do get pretty large here, which is definitely nice. Then we go to our Torx. So starting at T8, which is pretty small, we jump up to T10. So we don't have a T9 there. I don't know if that's even a thing, because I've honestly never used it. We always skip up like this, but you never know what people do. T8, T10, T15, T20, T25, T27, 3/8, T30, T40, T45, T47, T50, T55, and T60. So I mean, these things are getting beefy, guys. These things are getting from really, really small to really, really beef. which is nice to have. Here we have our impact sockets, 3/8 inch drive, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, still 3/8, 18, 19. We skipped the 20. Interesting. So there is a skip there. 19 to 21. Honestly,
it sets it on the side too, which is nice.
Yeah, these are nice.
I mean, it's like
it's
nice
easy to read.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Even when they get greasy, they are really nice. But I would like to see that here. It's a possibility. I don't remember if one of these is the same as a 20. If it's the same as a 20, let me know. But I don't know. I don't like skips like that. We're gonna go down to the metric stuff right here. This is a 1/4 inch drive again. 2, 2.5, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we go up to 3/8 inch drive on the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So it gets pretty big. This one will be like, this will be a go-to drawer for sure. That's a really good drawer right there.
That's how you're gonna label it? Good drawer.
Good drawer. This is a good one.
Open it.
I don't know, I might.
This one's the goodest one.
The goodest drawer. I don't know if I'm gonna put like standard and, I don't know if I'll keep it all standard or metric. I'm
Good
not
for
sure.
pick and pull, because you never know what you're gonna come up across.
Oh yeah, it's be insane for pick and pull. That's what I'm saying.
This is the Lot Lizard Deluxe. No, I'm just kidding. That's gross. We're not lot lizards.
Every time I've gone to pick and pull I go with that massive pack out. Like someone asks me, "Hey man, you got this?" And yeah, I have it. It's really nice. I always have what I need, but more so I find myself having stuff for other people. Okay, here is our nice
Is this the last
Ratchets.
one?
Yeah.
No more sad.
No more.
Cry.
It is sad. Here's our 1/2 inch ratchet. A nice amount of teeth. Sorry about this stupid ass shit in the background. Hopefully it doesn't sound like hell. This whole video's ruined.
Wow, that's so cool of you. Been doing laundry all day.
Yeah. So, 1/2 inch breaker bar. Starting out there. If it adjusted, that'd be pretty neat. That's pretty neat. What size is that? Like 18 inch? I don't know. Hold on. If only we had a tape measure. If only I remembered where it was. Because we already know. Already figuring it out. So, nope, that is a like 15, I don't know, 15 1/4 inch or something. Breaker bar. Call it 15 inches. Probably 15 to the center. But that's a nice little breaker bar we got there, so we don't have to destroy our ratchet right here, which you're not filming. So that's cool.
I'm filming it.
That was no way that was in the shot.
Yeah, here you go. Sorry, I didn't film it, but now I am. What are you doing, bud?
Now we got our extensions. This is our 1/2 inch extension. You can see that it is a 10 inch extension right there. We got another 1/2 inch extension. This is a like 3 or 4 inch. I forget what size those are. This is a 6 inch 3/8 extension right here. A 14 inch 3/8 extension. That's really nice. 1/4 inch drive. This is a like a 6 inch. And this is a 3 inch extension right here. Yeah, 6. 5 inch, 1/2 inch extension. And then we got the little 3 inch extension for 3/8. Here's where we got our picks, which are very handy. We got our straight pick or our all ready to just shank the hell out of each other. You know, one of these days, I guarantee I'll end up shoving this into one of my fingers, which will be feeling really good for sure. Here is a hook pick. Just a kind of 90-degree pick. And, oh, that one's interesting. You could scale with that one.
Oh yeah, gander.
Now we have our little converter guys, which are our 1/2 inch to 3/8, and I've actually never seen them labeled like this, which is really cool. So if you have no idea what you're doing, it even says drive and drive DR on there, which is cool. 3/8 to 1/2 inch, 3/8 to 1/4, 1/4 to 3/8, and you can obviously adapt however you want to. Then we have our swivel sockets. Everything's laser etched, which is really nice. 1/4 inch drive ratchets. And while there's not obviously everything in here, you can't pack everything into one of these. You're gonna have a bigger toolbox for sure, especially if you're paying the money for this. But this is just like a really good go-to rolling cart. It's gonna have like 90% of the stuff that you need. One thing that I do notice here is, you know, like where am I gonna put my impact wrenches? Like even if we're rolling with the new compact, there's not really any room for that. Let's even grab a stubby. Yeah, we'll grab these two because these are kind of go-tos. That's the high, that's a mid. We're gonna need to like put these somewhere. And if it's putting them on top, I don't know. It sure as hell isn't really gonna be putting it in a drawer. Now, if you wanted to leave some of the stuff out in one of these, yes. The compacts will fit in the 4 drawer without issue. If you wanted to leave out one of your fancy situations. Here is the Gen 2. It's the stubby. Oh, dude. If you take that off, I mean, it works, but like, do you really want to do that every time? No, you don't want to do that. It works, but you'd have to take that off. So you could maybe do something, but for the most part, you're gonna hit. And that's where, you know, you might want to customize one of these if you already have a different drawer system or a different setup. So let's take this, because if you're like me, you like customizing stuff. You can see I got some Kaizen foam in there already that I just had in the bottom because it was nice. But here is the 2 drawer. So this is going to be the deepest drawer system. And if you wanted, boom, you could put that in there, right? So that works, and you know, you could throw your impact on top, but you're going to be limiting yourself, right? So let's just grab another drawer. We'll stack it, see what happens. We'll not tip this upside down because that wasn't cool. Yeah. You could stack 2 in here. Yeah. You could totally stack 2 in the 2 drawers. So maybe that's, you know, maybe that's going to be something you guys do to minimize. I don't even know, to minimize it. I don't know if that's minimizing it, but to maximize kind of what you got going, because maybe you need a drawer for items like this, and then maybe you need like a mid torque or a high torque, and it's going to fit in there. A mid, absolutely no issues, right? And we even have that. There's even some junk in here. That's kind of how stuff ends up being. Let's see. I didn't totally want to take that out, but we can. There's a high and a mid torque in the 2 drawer with our socket set up, you know, and that's kind of how it's fitting. So a lot of you guys are already going to have a lot of Packout stuff, so that's where it's cool. You can start to customize how you want your Packout stuff. So 3 drawer, let's try that out. That's my Kaizen foamed up one. There's a couple more Ratchets in here. Like I said, I just kind of bring those to pick and pull or whatever, and I store some extra stuff in here. Let's pull out the beauties. And I'm curious, like, if we're running a 3 drawer, can we run that and a ratchet? Because I think people will try that. The answer is no. Right? That's not gonna happen. But if we had a 2 drawer, the answer is yes. You know, if you had a 2 drawer and you want a mid torque in there and a ratchet, because you always grab these, that's a yes. If you want, we'll go even further, a high torque. You know what? I forgot that I had this foam in here, guys. So this actually goes a lot deeper. I had foam in there, but whatever. Disregard that prior thing. Just remember I had foam in there. If you want to run a high torque, ooh, oh, that's That's a move right there. Look at that, guys. That's with the XC50. We got a mid torque, and we got, I mean, this is a 1/4 inch ratchet, but you know, we got quite a few items in here. Let's even see if we can throw in, oh yeah, dudes. Look at that. Okay, so one tray. We have a lot of our actual power tools. I think that's gonna be a move for people. I think the move is figure out 2 things you don't need. So like for me, a lot of the time, unless I know what I'm gonna be working on, where would it be? It would be probably the middle one. And I would probably end up ditching the SAE because I usually use metric. Unless I'm working on something like this, which you guys will see videos on soon. We're flipping this bad boy. Make sure to subscribe, guys, if you haven't either. We're making this 304 run again. Hasn't ran since 92, and it's getting cleaned up CJ5. Anyways, so we can minimize 2 items in here. By knowing that, I can get rid of these 2. I could replace this middle guy with a 2 drawer, and you could put all this stuff in here. I think that's the move. I think that's the move. And yes, you know, it's some of the stuff's gonna be blocked, but maybe put it on one of the ones that you know you're not gonna use that much. Maybe it's the one with the hammer. Maybe it's all that, because these might be used pretty often. Maybe we want those. But now that we have all these, like this, while it's awesome, I probably won't use it a crazy ton. No, this is one that I would not use a ton of, because I don't usually bust out these. Sometimes I bust this out. Not commonly used. Very commonly used on all these items. Very commonly used on all these. Less commonly used, I use this. I will use this. That I use a lot. Allen's, you know, depending. The pin, we use that a lot. So I think the move is to kind of downsize a couple of those, keep them in something, right? And then move to a 2 drawer. I think that's the freaking move, guys. So I'll do some shorts on this, but yeah, that way you can have all your stuff, and then, you know, when you get to a job, that's what's nice about this, is you got to think about this as a mobile mechanic setup or something that's easy to use and move. Something big like this, that ain't happening. Tool chest like that, it's not happening as much. Tool chest like that one over there, easier, but still. This, your buddy calls you up, dude, I need help on whatever. This is where it happens. So I know I've been rambling a long time and it's hot in here. I know a lot of people have wanted to see this, wanted to see what the in-depth review is of it, and like, we will be using it. I'll be talking about it more for sure. While it's not cheap, I think that it's really, really nice. I love all the foam cutouts and everything. $4,000 is quite a bit of money, and I do think maybe you guys are going to want to figure out what you want if you're working on a specific car. Like if you know your only metric or your only SAE, maybe they're going to come out with more drawers. I don't know. So maybe you can customize it even more. But a lot of these are really cool, and I could see how, you know, you just get Packout crazy. And with Packouts, what's nice, you modify and you make it work. If you have it, you have it, which is great. And you're not going to not have it. So maybe have it. Does that make sense? Anyways, guys, we'll talk to you soon. I hope you liked the video. Hit like down below. Drop a comment. It helps my videos out a lot. And if you'd like to subscribe, please subscribe. We're trying to hit 100K. It's been a minute. Help me get there. Hit that subscribe button. Later, guys, and wrench on.